this. So this building should be it. Oh no, it's that one. The one next to it.
Might I help you, sir?
I would like to have a word with Sir Fontaine.
He is absent, but the lady of the house could certainly receive you. Enter,
I bet she could. Bow chicka bow wow. Oh, lady of the house. Hello. Actually, no, change that mind.
I know you. I've seen you at court. You are Lord de Sade. And to what do I owe the honor of your visit, Excellency?
I would like to have a word with your husband.
He is not here, but perhaps I could be of help.
Where is your
It
husband?
concerns a delicate matter. We're looking for a missing cabin boy.
Cabin
According to
boy.
witnesses, he had an argument with your husband before being taken.
I see. I am afraid that you have been misled. You seem to have come to the wrong conclusion. The cabin boy you speak of was not taken. He has simply returned home.
Excuse me, but I'm not sure I understand.
Don't you see, Your Excellency? We got our son back.
I am very surprised. Several witnesses confirmed that your son had a fight with your husband, and that his men escorted him from the tavern using force. If he had joined your husband willingly...
Witnesses? In a tavern? And you choose to believe these drunkards over a respectable family?
These witnesses are all in agreement, and it's their testimonies that have led me to your doorstep.
My son was probably shocked to have found us. My husband and the other men might have simply had to carry him. A gesture that your drunkards must have misunderstood.
What was your son doing on a Naut ship? Why would they have taken him?
It is what they do. Through pacts and contracts, they steal away young children from their mothers.
What are you talking about?
I would have thought
Why
that
isn't
a
he in the
legate
house
would
with
know
you?
these things. But it is true that you are young and inexperienced. It seems that you have been protected from the turpitudes of our own nation and their terrible allies.
I know
This
how ships
horrible,
work.
constant ransoming that they
I've
put
seen
us through.
TV.
But I will not say another word. You will have no trouble verifying the details now that you know what to look for.
Where might I find your son now?
I cannot say, Excellency. You must understand why.
No.
Until the Nauts have set sail, we live in fear they will take him back from us.
This pact. It sounds like some fear-inducing story.
The Nauts wouldn't be the first to recruit through dubious means.
I can't look while I'm in here. I demand. Oh, I've got to go back to Vasco. Okay. Let's talk to Vasco. Is he Fontaine's son? If he is, then it's fair enough. But again, why isn't he at home? He could be with his father learning, but it doesn't make sense. I'll have this box, thank you. I am legate, all that. I'm higher up, posh posh. I've missed the box. East Essence. Right, Vasco. Tell me about these contracts.
So, you still haven't found your cousin?
Yeah.
I'm still
Where am I,
I
Dane?
spoke with a woman who told me she was the mother of the cabin boy. She claims that her son was taken from her.
Taken? Her son is sea-gifted. His parents were required to give him up to honor the terms of a contract.
A contract? But what kind of contract are we speaking of?
A commercial contract. In exchange for services rendered by the Nauts, some families cede more than gold. In some cases, nations even trade some of their subjects before they're born. I wouldn't be able to tell you the condition of Jonas's contract. I didn't even know he was originally from Serene. But what I can tell you is the young man hasn't seen his parents since he was a small child. And ever since, he's been a Naut. Our ships are his home. We are his only family.
Be back soon, Captain.
You see anyone else who might be able to help us? Anyone who's not a Naut?
Sir de Corsillion's a veritable well of scientific knowledge.
Right, so
He
let's
can
be
tell
good.
us a little more.
Alright, what's this? Do that. Go back. Alright, let's go back to Fontaine family house and then talk to what's his face. Ooh, what's this? Poorly written notice. To the family of the rich man who provoked us. We have him and we will kill him. If you don't pay us handsomely, come with a full purse to the alley south of Old Warehouse District. Where's the warehouse? South. Is this south? Come with a full purse to the alley south of the Old Warehouse District. Is that the old... Oh, come on. That's a warehouse. I'll do that in a bit. I want to learn more about Fontaine. Can I buy stuff from you?
Don't you worry now.
Nope.
You'll get your merchandise.
I don't care. Shut up. I don't want a rapier. I want a blade. I don't like rapiers. I want an actual sword. Let's talk to you again. Hello, wait, Kurt. Yo.
Excuse me, madam, but I haven't quite finished my inquiry yet.
If you would be so courteous, I would like you to leave. I have told you all that I have to say.
Threaten.
Come on now, stop lying. Jonas was taken away by force against his will by armed men.
That is not true. Completely false. He...
Enough! With every word, you are a step closer to a prison cell.
Prison? But what would be the charges?
Kidnapping. Whether Jonas is your son or not, he is a Naut that you kidnapped and locked up. In the eyes of the prince, you have committed a crime that puts the interests of the congregation at great risk.
Should have
I
talked to
beg
him
of you, Your
first.
Excellency. Have mercy on a poor mother who is looking only to recover her child. We didn't kidnap our own son. And if you need to speak with him to be convinced, please do.
Where
He's
is he?
in our warehouse.
Thank you.
Near the Coin Guard Plaza, next to the canal. I am certain that once you have heard his account, you will see the tragedy in our predicament and help us.
I regret threatening that woman.
I don't
You
care.
didn't have a choice.
Thank you,
She
Kurt.
was lying, and we need to find that boy.
Thank you, Kurt. Exactly what I was thinking. It makes sense. Oh, that's a warehouse. Alright, let's... Alright, let's go talk to what's-his-face. That's the wrong way. Should have talked to him first, really, because that would have made more sense. I'm probably doing this in all the wrong ways. But it's a new game. I enjoy doing stuff wrong. I was born to play games wrong. Right, you.
But I still don't see Constantine at
Yeah,
all.
yeah,
I
yeah,
certainly
yeah.
hope-
Project
I've
between
had a word
Knots
with
and
Lady Fontaine. You must know her. That rich family that lives near the docks. She told me a strange story about her son who was a cabin boy on our ship. She said that he was taken when he was a child due to some contract with the Nords.
Who was a cabin boy? Do you mean he's no longer one?
They took him back to bring him home.
Well, that is very unpleasant news, de Sade. We need to do all we can to bring the boy back to his ship. Since time immemorial, there's always been a certain price to pay for the services of the Nords. Children born on their ships belong to them. It's the rule of the sea. But certain contracts are so important that they also require children to be offered in exchange. From time to time, the congregation has passed such accord, and certain noble families had to give their children up.
Are you telling me that the Fontaines lost their son because of some agreement signed between my uncle and the Nords?
no, that pact ended a long time ago. This cabin boy couldn't have been a part of that contract. But Sir Fontaine has made a fortune trading with the Alliance, via ships.
Do you mean he would have offered up his own son in exchange for wealth?
Well, he probably did it before the birth of the child, and regretted it afterwards. But that is of little importance. What counts most is that you bring the boy back to the Naughts as quickly as possible. Breaking a contract with the seafarers has always cost us dearly. Our nation could feel it in its coffers.
I will do my best.
Okay.
A father selling his own son for a few boat rides. For ugly, that is ugly.
Lady Fontaine didn't seem to have any knowledge of that detail. That could be of use to us.
Oh, do I have to go back to her now? I'm done. Ah, I missed an opportunity. Alright, which way am I going? Up and around. Okay. Yeah, I have a feeling she probably would have helped us a little bit better, and I wouldn't have had to threaten her. Speak to you.
Welcome. It's such a pleasure to see you again. Have you seen anything to your liking? What might I help you with?
Spices. Uh-huh. Rapier, no. Claymore, I can't use yet. That looks really cool though. Ooh. Oh, look at the damage. 200 cutlass. I want something a little bit longer. What's this? Outer ring. Oh yes, stylish. Magical damage, meh. Claymore, can't use. Why do these sabres look so naff? They look so short. I'm pretty happy with what I've got for now.
Thank you for your visit. See you soon.
Right, where's the warehouse? Up here. Oh, there it is. I can see it. In we go.
Here we are. Be careful. Fontaine won't be alone. He'll have his henchmen with him.
Let's just try to remain discreet.
It's probably downwards, so let's head up. Ah, this place is full. What? No goodies for me? Ah. Come on, kid, get out the way. Bust the door around.
Sir de Sade, what are you doing here?
I've come looking for your son. The Naughts are worried about his disappearance.
Those Naughts took him from us, but now we've got him back, and he'll be staying with us.
Would you be so kind as to hear what I have to say, Sir Fontaine?
Tips of reason with him. Tell him about the Sir Council taught us. Let's try this one first, see what happens.
I looked into the contract that binds you to the Naughts. It was indeed you who ceded your son to them in exchange for help with your business with the bridge.
It is so. But that sort of contract is ignoble. I never would have signed it if I had known.
You should have thought of that before. Breaking the contract could have regrettable consequences for the congregation.
The prince will know how to negotiate with the Naughts. If they take my son back, my wife will die of sadness.
Her sadness would be all the more terrible if she learned of your role in the story, don't you think?
It's
You
true.
wouldn't dare tell her. I beg you.
You're not leaving me with a choice.
Very well.
There we go.
Take the key and take him away. Cursed be the day I delivered my son unto the Naughts.
All children leave the nest one day or another, sir. Farewell.
To be fair, in my opinion, I would have asked the son what he wanted. Cabin boy. Where are you? Cabin boy. Cabin boy. God, this warehouse is huge. I'm lost. I'm supposed to be going this way? Nope. Stop dawdling on the stairs, Kurt. That's where I came in from. Ah, there we are. Hello, cabin boy.
Who are you?
My name is de Sade. I am legate of the congregation. Your captain has sent me to find you.
And were you able to convince my father to allow me to go free?
Damn right I
Yes.
did.
Even if I had to bend his arm a little.
That doesn't surprise me. He seemed to have no intention of changing his mind. I feel more sorry for my mother. She seems so sweet and happy to see me.
You don't seem to be all that close to your parents.
I hadn't seen them since I was 5 years old. I barely remember them. They find me, capture me, and lock me up in this warehouse. Hard to grow close after all that. My family is the Naughts. I am sorry for my parents, but that is the way of it now. Can I go home?
Yes, you
Yes.
can.
You should still go and say farewell to your mother. Then find your way to the ship. I'll see you there.
Sorted. Right then. What's in here? Ooh, shiny. Damn, it's locked. I need to learn to pick locks. Can I do that? No. So I get a point for that in level 4. Yeah, the point for that at level 5. Okay. At least I know. Right then, I think that's all the optionals. I went the wrong way. Let's just turn around. I don't think he wants to see my face. It's this one. Right. Back to the tavern again.